Hey everybody, Dazrin here, and welcome to our first look at Featherpunk Prime. So this is a side-scrolling platform shooter by Super Hatch Games, and more importantly than that, more important than anything else, it has giant cyberpunk flamingos, and there is no game that's not made better with flamingos. So the overall feeling of the controls is very much like Joust. They're another game with flamingos in, so I don't know if it's maybe a common thing. So let's just dive in. I'll show you what I can right here. So I've got 2 save slots going at the moment. This is the second one that I just created to give you an impression 2 or 3 levels in. So here you are, very fluid controls. The Flamingo has a nice sense of just enough weight to it that it feels great to control. Double jumps, very good. It's very responsive. They recommend a controller, so I'm using my 360 pad. I don't know what it would be like with a mouse and keyboard. I can only imagine it is probably pretty difficult. But that said, the default controls on the pad are super weird. So things like jump is on the right bumper. And I'm like, this is not, to me that's not intuitive. So I reconfigured everything myself. And now it's much better. I've got jump on A, I've got fire on the triggers instead of boost. That's the boost there. And it just feels much better without the default controls. So you'll see in the top right corner, there's a little purple meter and 1254 of something. That's tech cells. And those are dropped by every enemy that you kill, and they're used for upgrades. So I'm going to get my first upgrade of this game. I can only really afford 2, reload speed or wall boost. Now, I don't really see the point in either of these. I'd rather save up for firepower. Yeah, so let's just jump in. I think I'm on level 3 here. Take me in. If we are level 3, it'll be a good example because there are bosses on the levels. Every 3rd level that has a boss on it, and they're all a little bit different. They're pretty well designed too. So this will be, oh, apparently I'm back at level 1. Maybe what I should do is complete these off camera and get back to you at the stage that I thought I was at. Bear with me. Okay, so we are back. Thanks for bearing with me there. I don't like doing edits like that, but I didn't realise that it was going to fire me straight back to the beginning. So here we are at level 3, and as you can see, we just entered the level and it tells us there's a lockdown sentinel active. Now, at the side here, you can start the level with, it will give you a random weapon. Now, I think the minigun, which as you can see I've already collected, I think that's the best weapon that there is. They all have infinite ammo, but the minigun just seems to be a much more effective weapon. Now, I was talking about upgrades before the edit, so now that I've got some more points, I will show you some options. I can increase my health, but I think firepower of non-explosive weapons. Now, I haven't yet seen any explosive weapons, which is a good thing in my opinion, because like I said, 13 levels in, you start to wonder if you've maybe seen everything. So let's increase the firepower. There we go. Back out. So the lockdown sentinel is basically a boss, and let's just. Now I'm forgetting you haven't seen the combat yet. So as you can see, all the enemies we've seen so far are red and green and colours that are really obvious in the background that they are dangers. And I always like when you don't need to explain and you don't need to try and hide stuff. No one wants to be surprised when a random piece of background ends up doing them damage. Now, each one of them, I think I did actually mention before, each one of these enemies drops purple tech cells when you kill it, and that is what powers your upgrades. And of course, one of the upgrades that you can get is the ability to suck them in from a greater distance. So what I need to do here is I want to fight my way through to spikes come out the ground there. I want to fight my way through the Guardian, sorry, the Sentinel, and work out how we beat it. There we go. Oh, this looks like it could be the place. Oh crap! Alright. That's enough. Oh, health up there. I definitely want that. So, a few things that I really like here. One thing I really like here. First of all, the way you duck is super cute. I love that. Oh, come on. Oops. I didn't see that. I think that was my own fault there rather than the game trying to screw me. Where's this Sentinel? There it is. Oh no, I should definitely have taken a bit more time here. So the controls that I mentioned before, you get a boost left and right. And I think maybe there's an option for, or there might be a feature in speedrunning for this game. I can see that being a thing where you want to use boost all the time. But I've never really used it. And I don't really see a need for it. Ah, data spheres. You need to collect them. I think there's what, 15 of them in the game. I don't know what they do yet. I've collected a few of them in my other save slot, but I will get to that. Oh no! 14 health. Come on, just do it. Just die. So there are a few nice little touches there. If you're running and you duck at the same time, you do a cool little slide. Yes! So now I can actually leave the level. And also there's plenty of health kicking around here, so I will take all of that. I don't think I'm going to have enough tech cells here to get another upgrade, but nonetheless, you have an example of what one of the bosses looks like. Most of the levels you don't need to kill all the enemies in. The only ones that you need to, the only enemy you really need to kill are those sentinels. So I think maybe the combination of that boost and this, the fact that you don't need to kill everything, means this could be a prime candidate for speedruns. So that might happen in the future. The controls are definitely responsive enough that I think speedrunners could have a good time with it. But for now, I'm just going to run through another floor. Oh, actually, what I can show you. Oh, I'm getting confused. Trying to do too many controls at once. Look at the way you hang on the wall, though. Come on! So yeah, I love this art style. This crazy cyberpunk neon thing. And the fact is, it's a flamingo, for God's sake. What's not to love about a flamingo in the future firing guns? So if there is one one complaint that I've got about this game, it's... Oops, that was... it's just that the levels, all the layouts are really kind of similar. They all feel like they're just one big rectangle, you know, and of course they are. I don't know, are they procedurally generated? I'm not too sure. It wouldn't surprise me if the entire game was procedurally generated, and that's why they feel this kind of similar. But it would be nice to have maybe some platform edges that aren't squares or triangles. You know what I mean? It's like, I just feel like they all look a little bit too similar. Oh, I just died. Okay, so I will go back to the main menu and I will go into my first save slot. So what happens every 8 levels, you unlock a point you can start from again. As you can see, these are my data spheres. I've not looked at these before. A cyber droid. Yep. So these just document what the enemies do then, I guess. Okay. So there's 20 of them to find. And I get the first few. So at this point, there we go. Look at all those levels. So you only saw the first 4 from this section, and get up to 8, and we'll just dive into 8, and we'll see what happens. I can't even remember what I was doing. I can't remember what the new enemies are, but we'll find out together. This is kind of cool. Also kind of scary. This feels like it should have been a boss fight, but that was the easiest floor ever. It's even easier than level 1. What's going on? Okay, it's level 9, like record time. It's barely worth loading. So, give me something to shoot. Oh, shotgun. I don't want the shotgun, it's rubbish. So yeah, the similarity of all the levels is one mild complaint. The other one is that the weapons that I've seen so far, at least, which is really only 4 or 5. Shotgun, minigun, pistol, crossbow. I don't remember them all. The only one actually worth using is the minigun, and I don't know if it's intentional that it's supposed to be like, oh, why would you use anything else? Or if it's just like, maybe I'm missing something. But I don't know. It is quite possible that I'm missing something because, you know, I suck. Now the tooltip did mention explosive weapons, so I'm hoping that there's more later on that you can choose from, or maybe you unlock them with collecting the data modules. I don't really know. But I'm interested to find out. So I'm probably not going to do too many more levels. I think the fact that, you know, you can probably see pretty much everything that you need to see to work out if you're going to enjoy this game or not. I can't see me playing endless hours of it, the same way that I play a lot of other things. If it is procedurally generated, that could be kind of cool for longevity, for keeping people coming back, or like I said, speedrunners could have an absolute field day. But I don't know. I love the way it controls. I really do. That's the biggest compliment I can pay to any game, is that it feels the controls are perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong, other than the bindings. The controls are 100% perfect. They are responsive. I'm pretty sure it's running at 60 frames a second. I haven't actually checked, but it's super quick. Everything just feels right. You hit a button and it does exactly what you want it to. You change direction and there's just enough momentum to make it feel like, you know, your bird has a little bit of weight behind it. So let's do the Sentinel. Ah, there's the minigun. So get rid of the damn shotgun. So where's the Sentinel? I have unlocked a couple of power-ups for this character, as you might expect, and my weapons do a bit more damage than before, which is why it might look like these are not taking any more abuse than before. Oh, that's the Sentinel already. We're in a good spot, actually. It's a good layout for the Sentinel because I can shoot it from here, and it's going to have a hard time hitting me. How much health have we got left? 9. Yeah! Piece of cake. But you'll notice already that even in the time that you've been watching me, assuming you are still watching, you've seen the same enemies multiple times. And this is now into the second, I guess, level theme. Now, again, this could just be review build issues. It's possible there are more levels and more like appearance options, I guess, for the enemies than I've seen. This is me with maybe 90 minutes of playtime. So it's not like I've been playing it for hours and hours and hours or anything. But yeah, the one limiting factor here, I feel, is that everything's just a little bit too... It's more like doing the same level multiple times than it is new levels, if you know what I mean. But I mean, it's possible that it could be fixed on launch. I am playing a preview build, so that wouldn't necessarily surprise me. But I don't know, and I can't say for sure one way or the other. All I can tell you is how it feels to play, and it does feel absolutely awesome. So if this looks like your kind of game, it's out on September 1st. Go and get it. If you enjoyed this video, then consider dropping a like. And if you want to let me know that, well, if you want to try and convince me that flamingos aren't that cool, the dislike button is right beside it. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, then please hit that subscribe button. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.